Children, today what we are going to learn is about introduction to atomic orbitals. We know that all things are made of matter. So, the basic thing that makes up matter is atom. The word atom derived from the Greek word atomio, meaning not divisible. So, various scientists gave their views about the atom. So, in 1803, John Dalton, first scientist, he gave his view about the structure of the atom. He suggested that atoms are indivisible, solid spheres. But his ideas, considered to be wrong towards the end of the 19th century, when proved by experiments, through experiments, when electric current is passed through gases at low pressure in a discharge tube, it proved that clearly an atom was a divisible complex. He told it was an indivisible complex, but through experiments it was proved that it was a divisible complex containing positively charged proton present in the center of the nucleus, negatively charged electrons present around the nucleus, and there are also one more particle, neutron, having no charge. It is also present inside the nucleus. So these three subatomic particles was considered to be present inside the atom by experiments. So based upon that, another scientist, J.J. Thomson, in 1904, he proposed that an atom was a solid sphere of positively charged material and the negatively charged electron embedded in it, like the seeds in the guava fruit or seeds in the watermelon. But later, this concept was considered to be wrong. So next, another scientist, Rutherford. Rutherford in 1911, he gave his views about the structure of the atom. Before giving his views, he conducted an experiment that is called Rutherford scattering experiment. According to him, a radioactive substance is kept here, that is radium, and a gold foil kept here. From this, alpha particles stream of fast moving alpha particles passing like this. A few alpha particles passed through the foil. A few alpha particles gets slightly deflected, and a very few alpha particles were reflected back by 180 degree. So, what he proves with his experiment? Why most of the alpha particles passed through the foil? Because most of the space in the atom is empty. Most of the space in the atom is empty. So only the alpha ray passing through the atom. A few alpha particles gets deflected. What it says? The deflection must be due to the enormous repulsive force, showing that positive charge of the atom not spreaded throughout the atom as Thomson had taught. The positive charge has to be concentrated in a very small volume, and that only repelled and deflected the positively charged alpha particles. This very small portion of the atom was called nucleus by Rutherford, and few gets deflected through 180 degree. So calculations by Rutherford showed that volume occupied by the nucleus is negligibly small as compared to the volume of the atom. The diameter of the atom is considered to be 10 power minus 10 meter, while that of the nucleus is 10 power minus 15 meter. So on the basis of the above observations and conclusions, Rutherford proposed the nuclear model of the atom as like planets revolving around the sun, the solar system. He also gave his ideas about the structure of that. So he concluded that an atom consists of a tiny positively charged nucleus in the center of the atom. The positive charge of the nucleus is due to protons. But the mass of the nucleus, on the other hand, is due to protons and one of the neutral particle called neutron. The neutron was discovered by Chadwick in 1932. So protons and neutrons present in the nucleus, collectively called nucleons. The total number of nucleons termed as mass number A of the atom. Nucleons means total number of protons and neutrons. That is called nucleons. That is the mass number. Now the nucleus is surrounded by electrons that move around the nucleus with very high speed. In that is nucleus, electrons move around the nucleus in a very high speed in a circular path called orbit or shell. Orbit or shell. Thus, a Rutherford model resembles the solar system in which the sun plays the role of the nucleus and the planets that of revolving electrons. So, the number of electrons in the atom is equal to the number of protons. So, making the atom electrically neutral, the number of protons is termed as atomic number, Z of the atom. Electrons and the nucleus held together by electrostatic force of attraction. These are all told by Rutherford. So according to him, based on these observations, he proposed that in an atom, positively charged nucleus and the electrons moving around the nucleus with very high speed. However, He told nucleus is kept in the middle and the electrons moving around the nucleus in a circular path called orbit or shell, in which the electron is revolving around the nucleus. But J.C. Maxwell, another scientist, he told that whenever an electron is subjected to acceleration, it emits radiation and loses energy. So, as a result of this, the orbit would become smaller and smaller, and finally it should drop into the nucleus by following a spiral path. This means that atom would collapse, and thus Rutherford model failed to explain the stability of atoms. See, if an electron is revolving, it emits radiation and loses energy, and the orbit become lesser and lesser, and finally it fall into the nucleus. When the electron fall into the nucleus, the atom would collapse. So, fail to explain stability. Another drawback of the Rutherford's model, it nothing says about the electronic structure of the atom. That is, how the electrons are distributed around the nucleus and what are the energies of these electrons. Therefore, this model failed to explain the existence of the electrons. So, because of this model also failed. Since it does not explain the distribution of electrons around the nucleus and their energies. Next, another scientist, Bohr's atom model, that we can see in a next video.